All right, welcome to the Global Game Show. Hello, and happy Dappy Friday, okay? I'm so excited to have you in here. I'm so excited to see who's going to come tonight because we have a very good show. We are live not only on TikTok, but we are also live on YouTube. Hey, YouTube, and hello, TikTok. Today we have a good one. As you hear, I got the music going because we have a good show for you tonight. I'll be going over our special weather report as always and explaining to you, if you haven't been here already, what it's like to be on the Global Game Show. Okay? But before we begin, like I said, I want to say a special shout out to YouTube. If you are on YouTube, go ahead and click the link in the bio and you will be able to see that we are streaming live. And if you are on TikTok, hello, how are you? And we are streaming here. Now, I do have to be honest with you. There are two different views when you go on TikTok and on YouTube. YouTube has a more wider space where you can see the end of my hands. But TikTok, you can see a more straight up and down view. But either way, we have a good show for you tonight. So hello and welcome to the Global Game Show on Friday. Today is Friday, January 30th, and we are already done with January. Can you believe that? Can you believe that we are already done with January? It seems like yesterday was January 1st. So I cannot wait to share with you the wonderful country that we will be visiting because on this Global Game Show, we pick one country every single episode. And you know that we go live 3 times a week. Okay, we go live on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So if you are here, just say hello, tell me your seat number as always, and let me know how your day has been because we have a very special live as always for you tonight. I see that we have Divine Abundance here. Hello, how are you? And welcome to the game. Welcome to the Global Game Show. I'm so excited. Okay, Divine Abundance is sticking to their seat, A-1111. Okay, so anyone else, whether you're on YouTube or on TikTok, that seat is already taken. But of course, everyone has a chance to join first class, and we will go into how to become a first class passenger a little bit before we get into our very first game. But I'm going to give everyone a chance to come on the plane, whether you are on YouTube, hello. If you're on TikTok, hello. Please let me know how your day has been. What have you been doing? And also, congratulations, because you have made it through the end of another week, and we are sliding into the weekend. All right, so everyone come in. Please let me know how your day has been. Has it been cold? Has it been a little hot? Is it warming up for you? Because I know for some of us, we are experiencing a little bit of spring, but I will let you know once we do our weather report who is actually closer to spring and who is still suffering from the winter time, okay? So how has your day been? Tell me about your day if you feel like it. And, without too many details, tell me how this month has been for you. If you can rate your month 1 out of 10, how has it been? Because we are almost done with January. And for those of you who are just joining in, please note that I am streaming live on YouTube as well as TikTok. So if you see me look up, that means I'm looking at YouTube. And if you see me look here, of course, I'm looking at my TikTokers here. So again, how are you? And welcome in. Divine Abundance, tell me about your day. And also tell me what you would rate your month. And anyone else coming in here, please tell me. Please let me know, first of all, your seat number so I make sure that you're not sitting on top of one another. And also, please let me know what your month has been like, what your day has been like. Okay? And those, hello, Bradley Simmons, Infrared 337, hello. And thank you so much. We are already at almost 600 likes. Thank you so much. We are just excited to get into a good show for you tonight. And again, if this is your first time here, hello, Low-Key, welcome in. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Global Game Show. Okay, this is a live international game show where we pick one country per episode, and we will be going into specific things about this country. And if you happen to move first class, you will have the privilege of dining on some first class meals. And of course, our first class meals are according to the country that we are choosing tonight. We had a wonderful episode on Wednesday where we visited South Korea. And can I tell you, many of you were even DMing me and saying, "Girl, you don't know how to draw." But, unfortunately, well, fortunately for you, we'll have plenty of laughs tonight when we go into that part of the game. But for now, please, if you're in here, please let me know what your seat number is, because I want to make sure everyone has their comfortable seat. Everyone has this certain amount of leg room, and everyone has a chance to win and become our trivia champions. Woo! And if you don't know, my name is Amy. I am your stewardess for tonight. Hello, Chameleon 808. How are you? Divine Abundance, what are you saying? Been very abundant, and I rated a 9 3/4 since it's not over. That is very, very good. You're right, exactly. January is not over yet, and anything can happen tomorrow, okay? But make sure that you send those good vibes, because you know what? I'm rooting for y'all to have a wonderful rest of January, but that's only if you put that effort into manifesting it on your own as well, okay? So, Chameleon 808, yes, you're good. Okay, cool. Chameleon 808, what would you rate your January so far? Because I know it's almost over. Hello, Nikki D, welcome in. I know that our Januaries are almost over. Well, what would you rate it out of a 10? I would give myself a solid 8.5 out of 10, only because the weather that we're experiencing here where I live has been up and down and turning around, okay? But other than that, it is positive, very, very positive. And also, please do not forget to put your seat number in the chat and keep tapping that screen once you come in, because we want to make sure that we have only the best of the best players come in for our global game show. I got checked for saying stewardess. They preferred I said flight attendant. I'm in Cali, so 8. Oh, well, you know what? You don't have to worry. You can always call me stewardess on this game show, flight attendant, whatever you choose. But I like to call myself Stewardess Amy. So whenever you see my face, you know that it is Stewardess Amy at your service, okay? And of course, do not forget, we do have hosts. Well, I was going to say hosts. We do have flight attendants, stewardess, whatever you like to call them, coming down the aisles with water, Sprite, and anything that you need to make sure that you are fully quenched when we take off, because we understand that cabins can get a little bit dry, especially as the altitude goes up. All right, so we are at 1.5 thousand likes. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. Do not forget to keep tapping that screen. We already know Divine Abundance is perfect for doing that. I think he helped us get to 32,000 likes last live. Thank you so much. But either way, I'm happy to be here with you guys. I'm happy to be playing with you guys. And I will go into the rules of our game shortly. But just know that everyone who is viewing has a chance to play and be a part of the Global Game Show. So please come on in, fasten your seatbelts, and if you do have baggage with you, whether it's emotional or physical, please put it in the overhead bins that you see here. There's plenty of rooms in the back and towards the front, as you can see here. But I need everyone to please clear the aisles and get to your seat. And of course, as your stewardess Amy, I would like to welcome you to Global Air Flight GA398. So welcome in, welcome in. And of course, we would like to thank our live DJ who is playing our wonderful, wonderful music that is going to, according to the country that we are flying to today. And if you're flying out of Chicago, flying out of California, if you're flying out of New York, if you're flying out of Canada, do not worry, because our engines move very, very fast. Our plane moves very, very fast. And we will be getting there within 2 hours, at least under 2 hours. So you do not have to worry where you're flying out from, because today we will make sure that everyone gets there at the same time, no matter where you are flying, okay? So I cannot wait to share that with you. I cannot wait to let you know the country we are going to. And hey, okay. And I cannot wait to share with you all the wonderful things about this beautiful country. And if this is your first time seeing, just know that Global Air here, we fly every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, all right? And each flight is a new country. On Wednesday, we flew to South Korea. We've also flown to Mexico. We flew to the United Kingdom, Thailand. We flew to Germany. We've flown so many places so far. But tonight, I cannot wait to share with you the flight that we are going to today. Red pill time. This is a cool idea. Thank you for doing this. You are absolutely welcome, and welcome to Global Air flight number GA398, where we have our weekly global game show that airs 3 times a week, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you happen to not win tonight, no worries, do not worry at all. You just go ahead and click that follow button, and I will be letting you know when we will be flying again. I promise you, I will always give you at least a day's notice. But like I said, our next live and our next flight, I should say, after today will be on Sunday, okay? And don't doesn't matter what weather we're experiencing, whether it's snow, whether it's rain, even if it's a tornado near you, do not worry because this cabin and this plane, Global Air 398, is always protected. And we will make sure that we fly no matter what. Okay, so again, I'd like to welcome you to Global Air. And now I will be going into what the show is about, how to win, and what happens if you do win. Okay? And we would like to also welcome Divine Abundance and give them a shout out because they have been our 2-time winner. And I know that 2 times is not enough. I know that they're planning to be our 3-time winner, right? If the flight gods allow. Okay, so shout out to them because they have been our 2-time winner and the one. You're very welcome, and they have experienced first class. So if any of you are new to this game, please do not be afraid to seek counsel with Divine Abundance or anyone that you know that has played this game before, because we are here to help each other win. Those of you on YouTube, by the way, TikTok, you will see that I'm looking up. I'm looking at my YouTube people here. Hello, how are you? And just know that this is streaming live on YouTube. So depending on what view you want to see, oh, you're awesome. Thank you. Okay, so depending on what view you want to see, if you want to see a wider view of the cabin and not have my hands cut off from the screen, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio, and that will lead you to the Amy Rose Abroad YouTube page, but this is currently streaming live on YouTube. If you prefer this view, go ahead and stay here, but it doesn't matter which platform you see it on. All viewers and players will have a chance to be our trivia champion. All right, so let's go into what this game is about, what we do, and how to win. And after that, we will go over our weather report and go over our very first game, okay? So DJ, please turn that down a little bit and we will go into what this game is about. All right, so like I mentioned before, this is a live and international game show. I am an American from New York that currently lives in Albania, so just know that we will always be streaming live from Albania unless I say otherwise. But that is not the country that we are flying to tonight. I just had to put that out there, though. So what happens if a player happens to get into first class? Well, the winner gets upgraded to our first class seats that you have behind me, which gets you a complimentary neck pillow as well as a huge airline blanket. And I will be sharing with you how to get into first class, what to do, and how to use the things that are given to you. And by the way, if anyone in the comments needs water, soda, anything like that to make sure their ride runs smoothly, please let me know, okay? And we will get that to you. All right. And now the next. Yes, sir. How may I help you? What did you leave? You left your phone where? Okay, we'll have someone sweep the front entrance just to make sure that we get your phone collected, okay? All right. Thank you, sir. Okay, so again, please make sure that when you go onto the plane that you have everything that you need. I recommend that you put your phones in your carry-on or in someplace secure because they will fall out of your pockets if they are just, being held or handled loosely. Hello, John72. Welcome in. Welcome to the Global Game Show. So I will be explaining the rules of this show and how it goes. So the winner, not only do they get upgraded to first class, which you see here, by the way, our first class has heated seats. And like I said, it comes with a pillow as well as a blanket. They also get a shout out on my TikTok story if they are tonight's final winner, okay? Because we have had people be moved to first class but not be our final winner. So please make sure that you keep those points up and that you keep your head in the game, and that way you will have a chance to experience what it is like to be our TikTok, our trivia champion, and what is it like to be our first class winner. All right. Now, the second thing you can do is also have bragging rights as our trivia champion. So that means that you can say that you are a first time, two time, three time, as many times as you win, you will always be our trivia champion. And of course, not only are you shouted out on our TikTok story, but you're also being broadcasted live on YouTube now. So I will make sure to read your username fully so that those on YouTube who are interested in following the winner, which I recommend, they will know who to look for. All right. So now, as I mentioned before, each time we have an episode, we fly to a new country. On Wednesday, we went to South Korea. We have also gone to Mexico, the UK, Thailand, Germany. We've gone many, many places, and I cannot wait to share with you the fun episode that we have for you tonight. Okay? Now, this full game consists of three mini games. Three mini games. Each game will consist of 5 questions with an occasional sixth question if there needs to be a tiebreaker. Okay, so our first game we have is trivia. Our second game is we have guess that word. And the third game, which you guys made me laugh by roasting my drawings on Wednesday, but the third game that we have is guess that picture. So we'll be going over the rules of those games, and or as I like to say, how to win in tips and tricks so that you will know what to do once we get to our very first question. Okay? Now, please make sure you have your boarding passes. Please make sure that you put your luggage in the overhead bin, and please make sure that you have your seatbelts fastened because, as you know, if you have been on an airplane before, especially Global Air, we do experience a little bit of turbulence. Okay, so when I put on that fasten seatbelt sign, we don't want you bouncing all over the place, right? And spilling your juice or spilling your water on yourself, okay? So please make sure when you hear that fasten your seatbelt sign that you do that so that you have as much safety as you need on this plane. Okay? And if you are here, do not forget to share the live with other people. Keep tapping that screen because we are at 4.4 thousand likes. I absolutely love to see that. Okay? And if you're on YouTube, do not forget to share the live with others. Do not forget to heart the screen, like it, dislike it, whatever you have to do. That way we know exactly how to best serve you on Global Air Flight GA398. Okay? Now, I want to also thank you as your stewardess for boarding the plane so nicely and so calmly. And if you have anything like air sickness or any worries or anything that you need, please let me know because as your stewardess, Amy, I'm here to make sure that your flight to our destination tonight is as fun and safe as possible. Now, as much as we love to have passengers that play and express themselves and really have fun, we do have a few standards that we have on this plane. So any unruly passengers on the plane or players will be ejected from the plane. And, we don't have it in the budget to get parachutes at the moment. So you're kind of going to have to free fall. And good luck with that. So be careful because we do not have any parachutes on this plane. So now let's get into the rules of the game or the tips and tricks on how to win the game. Now, those of you who are here before, you already know, but I'm going to go through it again just in case you have forgotten. So the tips and tricks on playing the Global Game Show is, we're going to start with our first game, trivia. Our trivia game is worth 1 point. 1 point. And like I said, you have five chances to get points. However, if I find that you do have a tiebreaker between you and another player, we will introduce a sixth question, but that is only if there is a tiebreaker. Okay? And now, each question, like I said, worth 1 point, and the winner of the first 5 questions, whoever gets the most points out of these, will receive a first class meal. Now, if you don't know about our first class meals are based on the country that we are flying to. And tonight we have four delicious choices that I cannot wait to show to you and share it with you. Okay. And that is for both TikTok and YouTube as well. And the second game that we have is Guess That Word. Guess that word. So, guess that word. This is our second mini game. And this is where I say a word to you in the country's origin, whatever country we're flying to tonight or this afternoon, whatever time zone you're in. And you have to tell me what it means in English. So, for example, if I say, when we did our Mexican episode and I said luego. When I said luego, you had to tell me what it meant in English, which if you don't know, luego means later. Hasta luego. I will see you later. Okay? So tonight, the language is a little difficult, but I'm so excited to be teaching you how to say certain words in the language we will be choosing tonight, or the country that we'll be choosing tonight. So, of course, at the end of this mini game, our second mini game, which is Guess That Word, you will have a chance to either get a second first class meal if you're still in the lead, or if it's your first time being in the lead, you will also get your first class meal. Okay? So, and I do want to let you know, if you do happen to choose a meal that someone else chose, do not worry, because we have a plethora of first class meals that you can choose from. We have four distinct options, but they are all we are able to make them over and over and over. Okay, so do not worry. Just because someone chooses one meal, you can choose the same meal if you desire. But that is only if you make it to our first class section here. All right, so our third and final game that we will be ending our live with is Guess That Picture. Guess that picture. Guess that picture. So, our Guess That Picture is similar to Guess That Word, but this is where your stewardess, Amy, will be drawing a picture for you. Okay, and when I draw a section of the picture, you will have to guess what it is. However, if I complete the photo and you still have not guessed it, that means that the stewardess gets a point. And like I say to everyone who plays, you have come too far to rack up those points just to lose to the stewardess, okay? Because I'm here to help you win, not here to take all of your points. And if you need a hint, as always, you can always let me know that you want a hint by dropping a rose in the room, and I'll be providing you with very, very good hints. I have about 5 to 10 hints per question. All you need to do is just request a hint, and I'll be more than happy to give it to you. Okay? So, we do have to go over some things as well. Many of our players feel that once they get to 4, 5, maybe 3 points, that they feel like they have it in the bag. That is not true. If you happen to play a game or play in our game, it does not matter if you are in the lead. If you miss 2 questions and I see that there's some inactivity, I will assume that you did a BD Cooper and decided to just jump off one of the wings of the plane. And that means that your points will go back down to 0. So even if you had 5 points and you were in the lead, if we don't hear anything from you, well, I'm going to assume that you wanted to land your flight a little early. So make sure that you are an equal participant in the game and that you constantly participate for your chance to win the Global Game Show. So is there any questions about any of the rules or standards or any things that I mentioned so far before we get into our weather report? Any questions? Any concerns? Any requests? Please let me know in the comments and we will continue. Can we ask for a hint? Yes, you can. Whatever platform you're on, you can still ask for a hint, okay? All right, so if you need a hint, please let me know. And as I mentioned before, especially if you're on TikTok, you can go ahead and drop a rose in the room. YouTube, you already know what to do to let me know that you request a hint as well. And remember, if one person on either platform requests a hint, everyone on both platforms will receive a hint from me. So you do not have to worry about me giving someone a secret hint and no one else has access to that hint. Because again, I want all of you to play. I want this game to be fair and I want us to have fun. So I'm excited to see who's going to be tonight's trivia champion on the Global Game Show. So again, please sit back, relax, get your drink of water, get your drink of soda, because I see that the other hostess, I mean, not the hostess, the stewardess and the flight attendants are giving out water and soda. Please let me know if you need anything else. And of course, fasten your seatbelts, have your boarding passes ready just in case we request them again. And as always, thank you for choosing Global Air Flight GA398. So, what we're going to do first before we go into our first game is we are going to go and do our weather reports. Because again, it's very important for you to know what weather you'll be experiencing before we take off on our flight. So let's begin. If you are flying from Tokyo, you will be experiencing 33-degree Fahrenheit weather, and right now it is 4 a.m. If you're flying out of Rome, you'll be experiencing 49-degree weather, and it is currently 8:26 p.m. If you are in New York, you're experiencing 16-degree Fahrenheit weather, and the time in New York is 2:26 p.m., right? Yes, 2:26 p.m. If you're flying out of Canada, you're experiencing 9-degree Fahrenheit weather. Ooh, kind of chilly, okay? And you're experiencing 99-degree weather, and it is currently 2:26 p.m. If you're flying out of Beverly Hills, you're looking at 77-degree weather with the time of 11:26 a.m. If you're flying out of Chicago, it is 20 degrees Fahrenheit with the time of 2:26 p.m. If you're flying out of London, you're experiencing 47 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a little on the chilly side, but it is the evening at the time of 7:27 p.m. And lastly, if you're flying out of Albania, you're experiencing 44-degree weather with the time of 8:27 p.m. Hello, Tyler is the man 5. Welcome in. Please welcome everybody in. And of course, when you come in, do not forget to tell me what your seat number is. And of course, thank you for choosing Global Air Flight GA398. So that means we are going to be going into our first question, and I will be revealing the country that we are flying to today. So, the country that we are flying to today, and thank you to the DJ for playing this awesome music from this country. We are flying to China. We are flying to China today. I did a poll and you have all spoken, and it was between China and Colombia. So today we'll be choosing China, and on Sunday we'll be choosing Colombia. So I'm very, very excited to be telling you all about the wonderful country of China, what it's about, and also let me just say that guess that picture once we get to it. Super interesting. If you were here for the South Korean episode, then you already know what are my drawing skills or lack thereof, okay? So we are going over China. We're going to be exploring China. We're going to be doing our games according to China. And we are going to be doing Guess That Word, which means I will be saying words in Mandarin for you that you will have to tell me what they are in English. All right, so if you're ready, please let me know. Please put it in the comment section that you are ready to fly, because we are taking off in a few seconds. All right. Please let me know if you're ready, because we are on our way to China. And I promise you, the way our engines work, you'll be getting there in less than 2 hours, no matter where you're flying from. Okay, and of course, welcome into the Global Game Show. Divine Abundance is ready. All right, wonderful. And if you're new here, please put in your seat number so that we want to make sure you're not sitting in anyone else's seat. We already have Divine Abundance with A-1111. Okay, so please let me know what your flight seat number is. And of course, thank you for choosing Global Air. All right. Okay, so we are going to get to our very first question, and I cannot wait to just see how good you are at trivia when it comes down to the wonderful country of China. All right. So we'll be going over our first question. Question number 1. What is the currency of China? What is the currency of China? And again, if you are the first to put it in the comments, whether you're on TikTok or YouTube, I will be awarding you that point. All right. So what is the currency of China? Yin? No. Very close though, but it is not yin. No. Remember, spelling counts. Spelling counts. Again, what is the currency of China? Yes, all right, divine abundance. Good job. So it is spelled Y-U-A-N. It is yuan. Not yuan, but yan, I think. Yeah. So Y-U-A-N. Yes, that is the currency of China. Good job. Good job. Okay. We have our first person on our player board now. All right. So, second question. What is the national sport of China? Now, you can give me 2 answers for this one. They mean the same thing. But what is the national sport of China? And again, if you need a hint, please drop a rose in the room and I'll be more than happy to act it out for you. Do whatever I need to do to make sure that you have the points. So again, what is the, not the currency, what is the national sport of China? Martial arts, no, that is not it. Any of you who answer in the comment section will be considered a player. So I'll be more than happy to award you a point if you get it right. And again, welcome to the Global Game Show. What is the national sport of China? It is not martial arts, no. But if you need a hint, I'll be more than happy to tell you. Tatted Timmy, hey, how are you? Welcome in. That was not right. Chess is not it, but the answer is ping pong. So divine abundance, you have 2 points so far. All right, so far divine abundance is in the lead. I will put Tatted Timmy in the game. All right, and again, anyone who chooses to answer will automatically be considered a player in the game, and our trivia champion gets many perks. So hopefully, I'm fluent because I eat Chinese. Now, again, anyone who chooses to play, don't be afraid because you will get first class perks, but that is only if you have the most amount of points in our first section. So we have 3 more questions to go in our trivia section before we move on to our second game. And again, I am your stewardess, Amy, if this is your first time here, and welcome to Global Air. My stepdad was missionary to Taiwan for 9 hours, spoke fluently. Wow. Is it 9 hours or 9 years, Tatted Timmy? Or did you mean 9 hours? Because that's very interesting. Years. Okay. Wow. That is very interesting to learn about people who are coming in. Welcome in, Tatted Timmy. Tatted Timmy, please tell me your seat number so that I want to make sure that you and Divine Abundance are not sitting in the same spot. Okay. On Global Air, we want to make sure that everyone has enough leg room. Okay. Enough to just move their arms. And we want to also make sure we get you our complimentary water or Sprite or whatever you need on the plane. Okay. All right. So, Tatted Timmy, do not be afraid to put your seat number so we can get a stewardess over to get you some water, some soda, whatever else you need to make sure that your flight here is as comfortable as possible. All right, so while you're thinking about that, question number 3. Question number 3. How many time zones does China have? First person to put it in the comment section will receive that point from me. How many time zones does China have? 6. No, YouTube, no, not 6. Rob Cruz, hello. How are you? I think you were here before. Welcome back, Rob Cruz. But 3 is not right. Divine Abundance, you did get it correct. They only have one time zone. One. Even though they're kind of like as big as the United States, they only have one time zone. Rob Cruz, I am going to put you in the game. All right, 2025. All right, so please make sure, do not forget, please let me know what your seat number is, because then that way I know that my passengers are not sitting on top of each other and not cheating off of one another. Because again, everyone has a fair chance to play. And thank you so much for the follow. Let's get those likes up, and do not forget to share this live with those around you. Okay, where do I see seat number? Well, you have to look at your boarding pass. You already have boarding pass. You already have your flight number, GA398. But you let me know what your 3 is what I see top right. 3 is what I see top right. Well, see, this is where, luckily on Global Air, you can make your seat number. You can make it up. So just think of a random number and some letters, or some random numbers and letter. So go ahead and just let me know in the comments section, because I want to make sure that people are not... no, we already have the pilot seat is taken, Rob Cruz, so you're going to have to give me another seat. Yes, Divine Abundance, just to let everybody know, Divine Abundance's number is A-1111. Okay, so no one else can have that seat, but please let me know what your seat number is on this plane. That way that we want to make sure that you get your refreshments and everything on time, especially if you're planning to move to first class behind me. Okay? All right. And I see Good Boy is here. Hello. You left us in the middle of the game, Good Boy. You were doing so well. But hopefully you were able to stay. Okay. Now, row 36, seat 5, last row. Okay, cool. All right, window seat. All right, so remember, Tatted Timmy's seat, row 36, seat 5. So no one else can have that seat. All right, that is Tatted Timmy's seat, and it is a window seat. All right, once you claim that seat, you will not be able to have any other seat unless you are moved to first class, which gives you our heated seats, as well as a complimentary airplane pillow, as well as a blanket. All right. And again, welcome to everyone. Welcome in here. If this is your first time here, my name is Stewardess Amy, and I am your stewardess for this plane ride. And today we are doing trivia and 3 mini games that are based on the country of China. All right, China. All right, so, and thank you to Divine Abundance, Tatted Timmy, and Rob Cruz 2025 for being our brave passengers who are deciding to fight for their spot in being the trivia champion. And of course, thank you for choosing Global Air. Now, our 4th question. How many years ago were chopsticks invented by the Chinese? How many years ago? And whoever gives me the closest number to the year will receive that point. 100 years ago. Tatted Timmy, Rob Cruz, what are we saying? Oh, Tatted Timmy said 150. Okay, Rob Cruz, if you're still here, what is your answer? Because it may or may not be the closest. They already locked in 100 and 150. 2,000 years. So Rob Cruz, you get the point for this, because chopsticks were invented by the Chinese over 5,000 years ago. 5,000 years ago. Can you believe that? 5,000. So congrats to Rob Cruz for getting that point. Okay, so that is wonderful. Okay, so again, they were invented 5,000 years ago, okay? Divine Abundance, I appreciate your sportsmanship. Yes, let's always make sure to give each other our props, because everyone still has a chance in becoming a trivia champion for this evening. So here is our 5th and final question, since I don't think there will be any tiebreakers here. 5th and final question for this section. What is... Now, I know y'all know this one. But whoever I see puts this first in the comment section will be the winner, unless your answers all pop up at once. But we will see. Divine. Now, we didn't have to bring rice into the situation. Now, I felt like, no, the answer is not rice, by the way. But the question is, what is the capital of China? And it's definitely not rice. So try again. What is the capital of China? YouTube, I'm looking for you too. What is the capital of China? What is the capital of China? Ah, Rob Cruz. Oh, hold on. I got to check the time on that one. All right, so Rob Cruz, you did, yep, you were the first one to answer that. The answer is Beijing, China. Beijing, China. Yes. So, but you did you did answer it right, Tatted Timmy. Good job. We just had to answer a little bit quicker. So make sure that when we type it in, okay, we have the thumbs here. We have the thumbs going, all right? But good job to everyone who has completed the very first trivia game, okay? Again, we have 2 more games. The last one I think you're going to enjoy a lot, okay? But I think Divine, who's been here before, can vouch for me when I say that the last game is something. But so we're going to now see who is going to be moved into our first class. And again, you're only moved to first class if you have the most amount of points after each section. After each section. Quantum Mod, hello, how are you? All right, so far we have Divine Abundance with 3 points. Congratulations. Tatted Timmy, you didn't get any points yet, but it is not too late. Okay, you are still considered one of our players. Okay, one of our enthusiastic players, I see, because I like that energy. And Rob Cruz 2025, you are at 2 points. You are definitely the most interesting starters I've ever had. Oh, thank you. Okay, so that means that Divine Abundance has been moved to first class. So can we please get help to move Divine's luggage? Cheryl. Yes, can we get... Okay, thank you. Okay, yes, you can serve him his Sprite, but then we're going to need to move Divine to the first class, okay? Thank you. She never does any work around here. Okay, so Divine, can you please tell me, well, let me tell you first. As always, when someone is moved to first class, they have a chance. Can I pass my meal because I bought Chinese from Panda Express? Okay, you can definitely do that. But speaking of first class meals, I will be sharing with you what meals we have tonight. So, since we are flying to China, that means all of our food is coming authentically from China. We have Chinese chefs in the back, making sure that the cuisine that you have tonight is the most authentic to the Chinese culture. So we have stir-fried pork and rice. We have Peking duck. We have vegetable spring rolls, and we also have chicken dumplings. Now, Divine Abundance has decided to pass on their first class meal. So I want to know, since we're passing it over to our second, which is Rob Cruz, if you're still there, you can choose from one of the first class meals. However, you are not moved to first class yet. Okay, so Rob Cruz, if you are still in the room, please let me know what your first class meal will be. Again, we have chicken dumplings, we have pork and rice, we have Peking duck, and vegetable spring rolls. All right. And if Rob Cruz, if you decide to pass it, then we will bring it over to Tatted Timmy. But only if Rob Cruz does not answer or chooses to pass on the meal. All right. So just let me know. Now, in the meantime, yum. Okay. So in the meantime, you know what that sound means. Please fasten your seatbelts and welcome in. If you are just joining, we are fastening our seatbelts as we completed our first game because right now I just got the sign that we will be experiencing some turbulence, okay? So while we are, whoa, I don't know if you feel that, please hold on to your juice, your water, whatever you have on you. And while we're experiencing our turbulence, I'll be reading over some facts about China, okay? So just please fasten your seatbelts, all right? Please make sure that nothing is spilling on you. And okay, Okay, and by the way, Divine Abundance, they did say that your stuff has been moved over to first class. Okay, so please make sure you're in there with your seats and everything like that. Okay, whoa, whoa, everybody, please hold on. Okay, so did you know that toilet paper was invented? Whoa, what is the pilot doing? Okay, anyway, toilet paper was invented in China in the 1300s. However, it was not open to the public. Only emperors were able to use toilet paper. Okay, so if you were not an emperor, then you were not able to have access to toilet paper in the 1300s. Whoa, okay, okay. So yes, Tatted Timmy, we will be giving you the first class meal once the turbulence stops. Okay. Um, this turbulence is scary, guys. So just hold on, okay? Be careful. But yeah, so be grateful for your toilet paper because it was invented by the Chinese, okay? Hello, YG300. Welcome in. We are experiencing some turbulence, so please, unless you wanted to be like that other guy last episode and hold on to the wings outside, please fasten your seatbelts because we don't have insurance like that, all right? So we don't want anybody to get hurt. All right, so second fact. Social media websites like Instagram, WhatsApp, and YouTube are actually banned from China. Whoa, whoa. Okay, so if you happen to go to China, unfortunately, you may not be able to log into your Instagram, WhatsApp, or your YouTube unless you have a VPN. Okay, so please make sure, whoa, you have that all in place before you go to China. Okay, whew. I think we've got, hold on, let me just get clearance. Where's Carter? Did you guys see Carter walk in today? Oh, well. Those of you who are new to the live, you probably don't know who Carter is. Carter, are we good? Are we good to turn off the sign? No, Cheryl's giving me the thumbs up, so. Are we good? Okay, are we good? Okay, we're good. So I'm going to turn the seatbelt sign off. Boom, boom. Okay, and now that means, is everyone okay with the turbulence? I know there was a lot going on. All right, please let me know if you spilled anything. I will give you extra napkins. If you're a little frazzled, maybe I can give you some extra headphones. Whatever you need to make sure that your trip on Global Air is as smooth as possible, okay? Because many of us, if you are flying for the first time on Global Air, you may be experiencing a little bit of anxiety or some uncomfortable feelings concerning this flight. Okay, so please make sure, I want to know everyone thumbs up if we're okay in the chat. Please put it in the chat and let me know. YouTube, if we're okay in the chat, please let me know that we're good. All right, because listen, we are all here to play and we are all here to have fun. Okay, so Tatted Timmy, if you are still here, please choose. All right, Divine Abundance is good. Okay, I see we had Brandon here. Thank you so much for the follow. And how are you if you're still in here? Everyone else who's joined in, welcome. This is the Global Game Show with flight number GA398, and we are flying to China today. Okay, so we have gotten through our first game. Right now, our leader, Divine Abundance, congratulations. Our winner so far has decided to pass their meal over to others who are playing. Brandon's good. Okay, Tatted Timmy is here. Wonderful. So just know that if you are in here and you decide to comment, you are automatically considered a player in the game. And we have 3 mini games, well now 2 so far. And everyone who is here, whether you're on YouTube or you're on TikTok, hello YouTube, hi TikTok, we have a chance to crown another trivia champion, okay? And like I said, today we are flying to China. And I'm your stewardess, Amy, and please do not hesitate to let me know if you need anything else, okay? Just to make sure that your flight and your game is as comfortable as possible. And of course, thank you for choosing Global Air. So Tatted Timmy, please let me know what your first class meal would be. Again, we have chicken dumplings, pork stir fry, Peking duck, and vegetable spring rolls. Please let me know. I'll place them on a plate and hand it right to you, okay? Go ahead and let me know. Let me know. All right, and after we give you your first class meal, we will be going to game number 2, which is Guess That Word. Okay, Peking duck. Okay, great. So let me get that for you. All right, in the meantime, just sit back, relax, and be prepared for the next game. All right, so let's get you your Peking duck. All right, there you go. Here is your Peking duck. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right, so we usually place this on our warmers. So whenever you're ready, please get up and take it whenever you feel hungry. Okay? But congratulations to yes, oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll definitely let the chefs know on board what you feel about the meal. Okay, so I'm going to be placing it on the warmer. And once again, congratulations to the person in the lead so far, who is Divine Abundance. And thank you to Divine Abundance for you passing on the meal to other players. Very good sportsmanship. We love to see our players just treat others with kindness as well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So, who is ready for game number 2, where we do guess that word? Are we ready? And by the way, has anyone ever traveled to China before? I haven't, but have we ever gone to China before? Rob Cruz said ready. Okay, good, good. Have we ever traveled to China before? I know some of us told us about our history, maybe some family members learned Chinese or Mandarin. What is your experience like with China? Besides Panda Express, like Divine said. Yes, Divine said I haven't, but I eat Chinese, so I'm fluent. Okay, okay. Oh, that's funny. Same thing for you, YouTube. Have you ever gone to China or plan to go to China? Would you want to go to China? Also for TikTok as well. I don't know about them having no YouTube, so I might have to think about that. But other than that, I would like to travel to China just to see what that's like, see the beauty. Okay. So we are all ready to play. All right. I flirted with a Chinese girl once. Does that count? Only if you were trying to get a citizenship there. Was that your way to get Chinese citizenship, Rob? Oh my gosh. So, you guys are funny. So next thing we're gonna do is guess that word. Now, if you didn't catch the beginning of this live, I did explain all the tricks and tips on how to win and be tonight's trivia champion, and that included going over every single game. So, with guess that word, I will say words in Mandarin, and you will have to tell me what they mean in English. And whoever puts it in the comments first wins. But of course, if you need a hint, I am not stingy. I will be more than happy to provide a hint for you, especially on TikTok. If you like to drop a rose in the room, that's how you get a hint. YouTube, you already know what to do to make sure that you get a hint as well. And just know that one hint, whoever decides to request a hint, I will give the hint to everyone playing, okay? I'm not stingy with my hints, okay? Because I want to make sure that all of you have a chance to be crowned the trivia champion. And I wonder who that will be. All right, so the first word that we have is 谢谢. What does 谢谢 mean? Hello, John Trebink. I didn't get that last name, but hello, John. So what is the word shit? Okay, Tata Timmy. All right, okay. Tata Timmy said I'm coming in hot. There you go. All right. Now we have that wasn't the word, but congratulations to Tata Timmy. The answer is thank you. 谢谢 means thank you. Thank you. All right. So good job. All right, and if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to put your comments in there as well because your answers also count. All right. So yes. The second word is ni hao. Ni hao. What does ni hao mean? Rob Cruz, good job. Yes, that means hello. Hello. All right, so yes, the answer, ni hao, means hello. Hello. Okay, good. Good job. I like to see everyone has points now. All right, so this one is, give me 1 minute, y'all. I have to study this one in my head. I have to ask one of my consultants. What does this word mean? What does it say? Okay. All right. I had to just consult one of my people. Okay. So it is called, the word is Zhao Sheng Hao. Zhao Sheng Hao. What does Zhao Sheng Hao mean? Zhao Sheng Hao. If you'd like a hint, please drop a rose in the room. YouTube, you can also request a hint as well. Zhao Sheng Hao. Zhao Sheng Hao. What does that mean? Yes, Rob Cruz, you got it. The answer is good morning. Okay. Now, our very fourth question, because remember we have 5, but we're on question number 4. Question number 4 is Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. What does that mean? Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. And I see there were 11.2 thousand likes. Thank you so much. What does Wu Jiao mean? Wu Jiao. I told you I'm gonna trip y'all up. What does Wu Jiao mean? Wu Jiao. What does Wu Jiao mean? Let me know. Let me know what you think. And I would rather you guess wrong. That way no one else says the same guess and you get closer to the answer. And of course, if you need a hint, please drop a rose in the room and I'll be more than happy to give you a hint. Divine abundance. No, it does not mean great day. No. No. Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. What does Wu Jiao mean? Let me know what it means. And of course, everyone who's in here, welcome to the Global Game Show. We're doing trivia and mini games about China. And welcome to Global Air Flight GA398. YouTube, maybe you can help us out. What does Wu Jiao mean? Wu Jiao. I don't know if I can say that on TikTok. Nah, we're just gonna let that marinate. Okay, so what does Wu Jiao mean? If you need a hint, please let me know. Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. What does that mean? Soy sauce? No. Hello, Nick13904. You are one of our former players. How are you? It does not mean soy sauce. What does Wu Jiao mean in China and Mandarin? Because that is the country we are flying to today. We are flying to China. What does Wu Jiao mean? What does Wu Jiao mean? Wu Jiao. Come on, have y'all given up already? If you need a hint, I'll give you one. Don't be afraid now. What does Wu Jiao mean? Wu Jiao. That's not a way to get the hint, but what does Wu Jiao mean? Wu Jiao. And thank you so much for liking the live. We are at 11.6 thousand likes. And congrats to the players who are ended up on the board. So far we have, well, I can't tell you who the winner is yet. I didn't recharge coins. Library? No, it does not mean library. No. If you need to go do that, Divine, it is completely up to you, or we can keep guessing all night. Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. What does Wu Jiao mean? What is the spelling? That would be a hint, and I can't give that. I can't really give that. What does Wu Jiao mean? Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. Now, again, I told you guys I am not fluent in Mandarin, so the pronunciation might be a little off, but it's not. Actually, it's not. It's Wu Jiao. Yeah, Wu Jiao. So what does Wu Jiao mean? Borderless? No. Dragon? No. No. Oh, I just want to give you all the hints so bad. Okay. Because you guys are way off. I can tell you that. That is a hint. You guys are way off. Way off. Well, that's not even a hint. That's like a suggestion. You're just way off. Misunderstood? No. Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. What does Wu Jiao mean? What does Wu Jiao mean? Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. What does Wu Jiao mean? Wu Jiao. No, not that one. All right. So, what does Wu Jiao mean? 5. No. I'm gonna give y'all 2 more guesses. 2 more guesses. It does not mean money. No. 2 more guesses, and then the host, the stewardess, gets a point. And if I win tonight, I don't know. Wu Jiao. 2 more guesses. 2 more guesses. And again, if you need a hint, drop a rose in the room. We is number 5, so something is no. Nope. And that's considered 1 guess. So 1 more, and then I get the point. So choose your guesses very carefully, because then the stewardess will be getting the point of the night. What does Wu Jiao mean? Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. Wu Jiao. You need a hint, Divine? All right, Divine asked for a hint. Okay, so thank you, Divine. You always come in clutch. All right, so Wu Jiao. It has something to do. It's something you would mention. I'll say it like this. Wu Jiao Amy. Wu Jiao Amy. Thank you. Wu Jiao Amy. That's like the most easiest hint I can give you. I have more, but Wu Jiao Amy. You need another hint? Okay. Okay. If you introduced yourself to some, this is, oh no, she's drawing again. The drawing. Hello, Mr. J8611. You know it because, oh, thank you, Tata Timmy. But no, that's not it. But I appreciate that. So Mr. J, I will actually be doing that for the last game. So hopefully you'll stick around and you'll get a good laugh. So, the first hint is Wu Jiao Amy. Okay. The second one is if you're introducing yourself and they don't know you, what would you want them to know about you? Like, what's the basic thing that you will tell people? Divine, you are so close. You are very, very close. You are very, very close. Yes. Okay. Rob Cruz, you got it. Yes. My name is. Tiger Chew was a legend. My name is. So Rob Cruz, you do get that point. And thank you so much to Divine Abundance for making sure that you all got the proper hints. I told y'all I'm gonna be fair with my hints now. Okay? I'm gonna make sure that you are able to get the hints because everyone has a fair chance of winning the game. Okay? All right, so Rob Cruz, you got that. Wow. Whew. That was like pulling teeth. You would think this was a dentist's office, not an airplane cabin. All right, so the next one. The next one is Ni Hao Ma. Ni Hao Ma. Ni Hao Ma. Ni Hao Ma. I see there's no IOU roses on this flight. Ni Hao Ma. Ni Hao Ma. What does Ni Hao Ma mean? First person to put it in the comment section will receive the point for this game. Ni Hao Ma. Ni Hao Ma. Oh, I see we're also at 12,000 likes. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Okay, and also happy Friday to everyone. We are doing our global game show on this Friday, January 30th, 2026. Okay, so the final word before we get into our final game is Ni Hao Ma. Ni Hao Ma. Come on, tell me what it is. I know y'all got this because it's similar. It's similar to the second question. It is not you. No, the answer is not YOU. Nope. Ni hao ma. Ni hao ma. What does ni hao ma mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? I know y'all got this. Go ahead and keep guessing. Let's dance. Nope. Rob Cruz, that is not the answer. Nope. And when you're in here, do not forget to keep tapping the screen. Thank you, Exec Treasures. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And go ahead and hit that follow button. So just in case you don't have a chance to win tonight, you will have a chance on Sunday when we do our another episode of the Global Game Show. Okay? I wasn't responding to the oh you weren't? Okay. Well, at least you know it's not Let's Dance, okay? So what does ni hao ma mean? Ni hao ma. YouTube, you also have a chance as well. Ni hao ma. What does ni hao ma mean? Hint. Okay. All right. So Divine Abundance has bought everyone a hint. Thank you again. So Divine Abundance, you see, like I said, sportsmanship right there. There you go. All right. So Ni hao ma is how can I describe this? If you haven't seen a person for a long time, then you will ask them this. Or you can ask them this when you're first meeting them. But if you haven't seen a person for a long time that you're cool with, what would you ask them? There's two variations I'm looking for. There's one that's the main one, the direct translation. But if you give me another way of asking this, that's fine as well. So again, the hint is, if you haven't seen someone for a long time, you would say, hey, ni hao ma. There's your hint. It's good to see you. No. It's a question. It's a question. J Park FBA, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome to the Global Game Show. So the word is ni hao ma. Ni hao ma. What does that mean in Mandarin? Hint. Okay, we want another hint. Okay. It's a concern with someone's well-being. You would ask them this if you're concerned about their well-being. There you go. So if you're interested in their well-being, what would you say? That's like the main hint. Listen, if y'all get that right and the host gets the point, I'm gonna make sure the guess that picture is super hard. Are you good? You're close, Jay Parker. You are extremely close. I'm surprised because it seems like this is the first time you're choosing Global Air Flight GA398. Welcome in, and you have gotten the closest out of all my players so far. Very close, Jay Parker. I'm gonna add you to our player board because that was good. So everyone look at Jay Parker's question, and the question is similar to that. I'm looking for two types of question, two ways you can ask this question. But the closest that we've gotten to was, are you good? So again, excuse me, what does ni hao ma mean? What does ni hao ma mean? Thank you, Exec Treasures, for liking the live. We are at 12.7 thousand likes, okay? And if you haven't already, please share this with those around you so that, I know a little Chinese. Okay, not because you eat Chinese food, right? Because that was Divine Abundance's answer. And y'all making me crack up with your answers. So again, what does ni hao ma mean? It's hey, hello. No, that's ni hao. That was the question that we had before. But if you were here, you would have gotten that point, okay? But it's ni hao ma. Ni hao ma. It's okay, you're good because honestly, you were the closest out of everyone so far, and you are new to the game. You are new to this airline, okay? You are new to this, and you already got up there. So everyone take some notes from Jay Parker FBA. He got the closest so far. That may or may not have been another hint. I don't know. So again, what does ni hao ma mean? Ni hao ma. Ni hao ma. Again, it's if you're asking about someone's well-being. How would you ask someone's well-being if you were in a professional setting or a formal setting? It's like it's right there. It's right there. Are you okay? No. Y'all stressing me out with this. But in a good way, because I want to tell you so bad. I'm going to allow two more guesses. And if not, then your stewardess Amy, gets the points. Okay? Tatty Timmy's like, hurry up and get the point already. But listen, I'm trying to give y'all a chance. Okay? What does ni hao ma mean? Even those of you on YouTube, please. Have you seen my keys? No, it is not have you seen my keys. No. Keys have nothing to do with someone else's well-being. One more guess. One more guess, and then I get the point. And don't give up yet, because trust me, it's right there. Once I tell you, you will be... What? Yes, sir. How can I... You need to feed... Okay, you want to give your dog another... Okay, are you the one with the dog that's called Frito-Lay in the back? With the kale smoothie. Okay, unfortunately, sir, you cannot go back to that because that is a separate section of the plane, okay? We will have our veterinarian go back there and give your dog everything that it needs, okay? Okay. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your flight. Okay, so Frito-Lay is back on the plane, so y'all gonna need to hurry up. So, would you like some eggs? No, okay. You know what? Nope. Y'all did not get the point, but good job for trying. The answer is how are you? How are you? That's what I was saying. Look at Jay's answers. Look at Jay's initial answer, and that would have been like the point. So the answer is how are you? The one Mamba, you said that? I didn't see it on the chat. I wait, let me see. Let me see. Yeah, the one Mamba, I didn't see it on the thing. Just in case you find that any of your comments are like frozen or whatever, like try your best. Rob, I didn't see that either. No, trust me, I didn't see them show up, okay? I did not. I did not. But do not worry. If you have to communicate it in emojis or something like that, or separate it, well, this is what I would recommend. Try separating your answers, like your words, okay? Yeah, I think that's what happened. I don't know why. I think that's TikTok being TikTok, but that's not an offensive question. But yes, the answer is how are you? How are you? Okay. The one Mamba, I will put you in the game because you did tell me that you answered. I'm so sorry for the people whose answer I cannot see. I will make sure I look in my settings to make sure that a question like that is not filtered because there's no need. Okay. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. And do not forget to share this with other people. We are at 14,000 likes. And now that means that we get to give someone a first class meal. Okay. So it looks like Rob Cruz 2025. You have been moved to first class. You have been moved to first class along with Divine Abundance, who is there already. So congratulations to, Rob Cruz for moving to first class. But do not fret if you haven't made it to the point board yet or not to first class, because we have one final game to go, which I know is y'all's favorite game because, I'm just the best drawer on TikTok, right? Just the best artist. But no. So we're going to move Rob Cruz over to first class. And Rob Cruz, that means you get to choose your first class meal, or you can pass it on to someone just in case you don't want to have it, okay? So everyone, can we please give it up for Rob Cruz for being our second first class passenger for the Global Game Show? Congratulations, Rob Cruz. And so, Rob, you have a chance to choose between 4 first class meals. You have Peking duck, chicken dumplings, pork and rice, or vegetable spring rolls. Gregory 1183, I will be happy to give you pretzels, but can you please let me know what your seat number is, just so I make sure that we get it to the right seat, okay? So go ahead and put that in the comment section for me. And we'll have Cheryl, she's over there passing out Sprites and juices, so I'll make sure that she brings you over one, okay? But Gregory C, we need your seat number first, okay? All righty. All right, you'll pass. Okay, so the second one. The second in line is Divine Abundance. You are allowed to have a first class meal, or you can choose to pass it. It is completely up to you. Again, Peking duck, chicken dumplings, pork and rice, or veggie spring rolls. Please let me know if you'd like to take one of those, or if you would like to pass it on. Vegetable spring rolls. Okay, let me get that to you 1 second, okay? All right, you want vegetable spring rolls? Here you go. Here is your vegetable spring rolls right here. Hello. There you go. Welcome, Jeremy. How are you? Make sure you drop in your seat number. And so here you go, Divine Abundance. Here is your spring rolls. You're welcome. I'm going to put them on the warmer. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and get up and get them, and it will be nice and warm for you. Okay, so for our first class passengers, I do have to mention something to you before we move on. I will be giving you a complimentary pillow. Now, if this is your first time having one of our Global Air Flight GA398 airplane pillows, please remember, it is safer for you to put your airplane pillow like this instead of around your neck like this. This will prevent any neck pain if you choose to fall asleep on the plane. And also, it'll be safer for you just in case we have to brace for impact. Okay, which is very rare. It only happened on one episode. Do not worry. Now, secondly, you'll be receiving one of our complimentary blankets for you to have for the duration of the flight. But please remember, if you get cold, please do not put it around your shoulder and walk up and down the aisle, because we do not want anyone to trip on the aisles, because we don't have insurance like that. Okay, so please make sure that you put it nicely on your seat if you choose to get up and use the restroom. By the way, the restrooms are in the back as well as on the sides of you, as well as the emergency exits. Okay, so please make sure that you keep this with you at all times. And remember, when we put on the seatbelt sign, please do not put your blanket underneath your seatbelt or anything like that. Do not hide your seatbelt, because it's very important that all of our passengers are as safe as possible on Global Air. Okay, so there you go. I'm going to be putting this for you, putting this here. Okay, and for those of you on first class, you do have heated seats. The button is on the side of you. The big blue flashing button, all you have to do is just press it, and you have 3 different settings on what type of heated level of heat you would like on your seat. Okay, all right, Scotty the pilot, hello, how are you? Welcome aboard, welcome aboard. Okay, so before we move on, I would like to give a shout out to our DJ straight from China. Thank you so much for providing us with quality music for tonight's game or this afternoon's game, depending on the type of, thank you for the heart me, depending on the type of time zone that you are in. For me, it is the evening. It is 9:21 p.m. For those of you, you may still be in 3 o'clock time, maybe 11 o'clock. No worries, because I promise you on Global Air, this plane will get to our destination within 2 hours, no matter where you are flying from. So please, I will be pressing on the seatbelt sign. Ding, ding. All right, and fasten your seatbelts, because I did get the thumbs down sign, meaning that we will be experiencing some turbulence. All right, so while we're doing that, please be careful. And as always, if you need anything, please let me know. Make sure you have your seatbelts on properly, and do not forget to tighten the belt on the side if you find that your seatbelt is too loose. And whoa, okay, we're already starting the turbulence. So while that's happening, I will be reading some facts about China before we get to our third and final game of the evening. And as always, thank you for choosing Global Air. All right. Woo. Okay, everyone, don't worry. A little turbulence doesn't hurt anybody. So let's get into our third fact of the night about China. It is a legal obligation for children to visit their parents regularly if the parents are over the age of 60. That is actually a law that you have to do, or else the parents can complain that they are being neglected. So if you happen to have parents in China and they are over the age of 60, please visit them at least once a week. Uncle Jimmy, hello, how are you? Welcome aboard, welcome aboard. Please fasten your seatbelts, because we are experiencing some turbulence. I think this pilot, I don't know what's going on with them, but it's okay. We'll get through this. So our fourth fact of the night. Did you know, and thank you for the follow, did you know that at Chinese funerals, instead of wearing black as a sign of mourning, they usually wear white? They wear white. Whoa. Okay, so if you happen to go to a Chinese funeral, unfortunately, do not show up in black. Show up in white, because that is the sign of mourning. Okay, so as we slow down and we get to our fifth and final game of the night, I just want to check to see if everyone is okay. Are we doing okay? How was the turbulence for everyone? Are we all right? Anybody spill anything? If you need something, we will have Carter bring over some napkins. Cheryl will bring extra juice and water and Sprite, whatever you need. Just want to make sure that everyone's okay. All right, Divine Abundance is good. How are all my other passengers? Are we doing okay? We're doing all right? Oops, my tea spilled. Okay. We're going to make sure that we have some napkins for you. Carter, can we please bring, are we authorized to get up yet? Because yes, one of our passengers spilled their tea on them. Are we good? Are we good? Okay, good. Thumbs up. Okay, so at this time, I will be turning off the seatbelt sign. Okay. I'm so sorry to hear that, Tatted Timmy. Yes, we will definitely. Cheryl, can we get what kind of tea did you have, sir? What kind of tea was that? Was that green tea, black tea, lemon, apple? Just hot water. And what type of cookie, please? Please let me know. We have chocolate chip and we have sugar cookies. So please let me know. Sugar cookie or chocolate chip? Yes. He needs a tea and he needs some cookies. Like one, yes, we have one cookie, right? Okay. All right, so yes, Tata Timmy, please let me know what tea you had and what flavor of cookie. We have sugar cookie and chocolate chip. All right. And again, I did turn off the seatbelt sign. So those of you who just need to, stretch your legs, bend your knees, roll your neck around, do what you need to do as we prepare for our final game of the evening. Okay. I cannot wait to be drawing for you and showing you exactly what we will be doing tonight. And thank you for liking the live. We are at 17.6 thousand likes. That is amazing. And do not forget to hit that follow button, because if you do not win tonight, do not worry. You always have a chance on Sunday where we visit the beautiful country of Colombia, as per your vote, because you guys said you wanted me to do either China or Colombia. So we are choosing to move Colombia to Sunday. All right. So I want to know who's going to be the trivia champion that day. But tonight, let's get to our final game. Tata Timmy, please let me know what the type of tea you were drinking and also the flavor of okay. Guess I'll study up. Yes, please study, because I'm giving you the country ahead of time. Usually I don't, but you guys really wanted me to either do China or Colombia. So chai tea. Okay, yeah, okay. So Cheryl, we need a chai tea. Okay, and was that okay, spiced chai tea. And was that a sugar cookie or a chocolate chip cookie, Tata Timmy? Just let me know in the comments. Hamza, hello, welcome to the game. Welcome to Global Air. Cheryl, Hamza, what is your seat number? Because I want to make sure that we bring that to you right on time. Hamza, please tell me what your seat number is in the comments section. Thank you. All right, and anyone else who needs water, Sprite, or tea, please let me know and I'll let Cheryl know to bring it right to you, okay? Yep. Yes, sir, yes. Yes, we did have the vet check on, yes, we had the veterinarian check on, what's his name again? Oh, Frito-Lay, yes. We did, yes, I completely understand it's a rare breed of dog, sir, but we cannot let you go back there because the pets have a separate section of the plane, okay? But just sit tight. We are about to descend very soon, and so you and Frito-Lay will be reunited, okay? Thank you, sir. Okay, so 10A. Okay, Cheryl, can we get a ginger tea in seat 10A, please? Okay, Hamza, that is on the way. Okay, so just sit tight and relax, and let's get into our final game of the Global Game Show. And this is the final game that will determine who our winner is going to be tonight. All right, so let's get into it. I'm excited to listen, y'all. I've been working on my drawing skills. Oh, you're very welcome. Oh, thank you. All right, so we had I was owned. Okay, thank you for following me. Thank you. All right, and reposting it. All right, so I've been working on my drawing skills. So hopefully you guys don't roast me too bad, because on Wednesday, y'all really let me have it about my drawing skills. So hopefully I don't disappoint tonight. All right, are we ready? All right, here is your first hint. Here is your first hint. YouTube, I think you can see the same thing. I'll just aim it up at the camera a little bit. Okay. So here's your first hint. What am I drawing? And again, the rules of the game is if I complete the picture, then I get the points. But you have to tell me what it is before I complete the picture. Thank you. See, told you my drawing skills, they're just improving already. All right. So this is my idea of a teapot. That is completely correct. It is a teapot. All right. See? Look at that. Would y'all drink from this teapot? What would you rate this drawing? I would drink out of the teapot. What do y'all think? I know when Hessel Hendo was there, he kept roasting my drawings. So out of 10, how would we rate this teapot here that we see? But yes, in the meantime, not bad. Okay, 10. See, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. So congrats to Rob Cruz 2025 for getting that next point. I mean, that first point of the game. Now we have 4 more questions to go. And here, ooh, you might regret the compliments after this drawing, but let me just go ahead and draw this one. Wish me luck. Now you guys are gonna really have to use your imagination for this because, whew, I'm literally like looking at the picture and I'm gonna draw exactly what I see from the picture. Okay, here is the first part of the second drawing. Here's the first part of this second drawing. And if you need a hint, of course, feel free to let me know and drop a rose in the room and I will be... There you go. We're doing great. We are doing great. Okay, so yes, that is a dragon. Yes. So I'm going to be completing the drawing as always. And you have to tell me the drawing, like, you know, just rate it 1 out of 10 because I value your opinions. Okay? So, this is what my idea of a dragon... Sorry, it looks so bad. This is my idea of a dragon. This is an authentic Chinese dragon. What do y'all think? This one is so it's not bad. More like Godzilla. I mean, Godzilla is a kind of sort of like a dragon. Kinda. Right? I think it's nice. I think so. There you go. There is your Chinese dragon. All right. So let's get into our next drawing. Okay. Here is our next drawing here. There's the first part. Here is the second part. Okay, Rob, there you go. Yes, it is a panda. That was what I was trying to draw. So let me go ahead and complete the picture as always. If y'all get nightmares and stuff, I don't know. All right, thank you so much for playing, Tata Timmy. Good job at playing. So here is the panda. This is my idea of a panda. Right? I think so. I think this is good. Yeah, what do y'all think? 10. See, there you go. I'll be okay. I have a... Again, yes, if you're planning to eject from the plane, make sure you carry your own parachute. That's pretty good. See, thank you. I'm working on the drawings for y'all. I told you, I'm going to get better and better. When I got roasted by Hesso Hendo, I was like, never again. Never again. All right. Okay. Here is... Where's that drawing? Okay. All right. Okay. So here is, oh, I like that emoji. Here is the first part of the drawing. Here is the first part of the drawing. Here is the first part. Who can guess what that is? But you guys are doing great. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me make sure I give everybody their points that needs to be, given. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yes. Okay. All right. So yes, it is a dragon. I mean, it is a bamboo. Um, Great. All right. Bye, Tad and Timmy. Thank you so much for playing. Hopefully, we see you on Sunday when you come to our Columbia episode and study hard. So yes, this was supposed to be uh, a bamboo shoot. That was it. I know it just looks like a random line. That is okay. Yes. What time? So it will be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can make it 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is our time every week. So you can always come Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? So hopefully we see you then. And thank you so much for playing. All righty. So we got that. We're moving through this very, very quickly. I'm very, very surprised. Oh, okay. I don't think I'll prepare for this one. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ha. All right. So this is the next drawing. What do we have here? Hey, G Money, welcome in. What do we have as far as this drawing? What do you think? What do you think about this? And thank you for liking the live. We are at 21.4 thousand likes. Thank you very much. Great wall. I don't know. Are you asking? Or are you telling? Is that a hint, Divine? Let me know. Let me know. Great wall. Hi, Chin Peacemaker. Welcome in. Rob Cruz, yes, thank you. I like confident answers. And it was Great Wall. I was gonna say it was the longest thing in China as your hint. But yes, it is Great Wall. It is Great Wall, the Great Wall of China. So let me go ahead and, as I do, finish the beautiful drawing, and uh, this is my idea of the Great Wall of China. Hold on. Yeah. So if you ever get lost, and you need a map somewhere, I got you. I got you. Look at this Great Wall of China. This is Great Wall of Amy right here. Look at this. All right, let's rate this drawing out of 10. What is this drawing out of 10? And you can be honest, it is completely okay. What are we rating this out of 10? This is supposed to be the Great Wall of China, Armando de la Rosa. 10. Okay, see, we got a 10. See, there you go. See, like I said, if you're ever lost in China, you need me to draw for you. There you go. You got it. This is what we do on the Global Game Show every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. All right. So thank you. I got a 10. Good, good. All right. So now we are on to our very final Okay. I'll add one more in there for you. One more. Is it nah, he lying? No, divine abundance would never. Divine abundance, like, then Armando, what would you rate it then? What would you rate this picture out of 10? Go ahead, Armando. I will not get offended. Be honest. What would you rate this? Oh, thank you for the 11 roses. I appreciate it. See, Armando can't even give me a number. Okay, so we're gonna go on to our final drawing, okay, and then we will give our last. Whoever has the most, whoever has the most points, they will get another first class meal, and we will also crown our trivia champion. See, Armando, it was that low. You couldn't even give me a number. I understand. Trust me, you should have seen when I tried to draw on Wednesday. So again, if you're not already following me, we do the Global Game Show every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, where we take a trip to a new country every single episode. 3 episodes a week. Thank you for the heart me. And we always crown a trivia champion. Okay, so if you missed part of the game now, remember when you see this pop up on your live, make sure that you attend the live as early as you can so you can get the most points out of the game. Okay. So far we have Rob Cruz 2025 who has the highest amount of points, but that can change in any game. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the last one. uh, hmm. Okay. All right, so here is the final drawing, and thank you so much for liking the live. Hold on. Let me add more detail to that. Okay. All right. There you go. What is this? I'll take multiple answers for this as long as you can tell me what it is. And if you're not allowed to say it for some reason, if TikTok chooses to filter your words, you can always put this emoji if they have it in the chat. Okay? And thank you for liking the live. I love that we're at 23.6 thousand likes. And congrats to all the players because you have all been awesome tonight. Okay. Hint. Okay. Our hint is that this is seen at a lot of Chinese festivals. By the way, if you don't know, Chinese New Year starts February 17th. A black belt. No, it's not a black belt. No, but that is a good guess. That is a very good guess. I will continue the drawing, and you're going to have to let me know what I am drawing, okay? But beware, because there's only a few more chances to get this answer right. All right. 我们起橡树的溪上上，哭着来呀。Sorry, got a little. Oh, okay, go ahead, Divine. Okay, so yes, the answer is lantern. Yes, that's what I was looking for. The Chinese lantern. Yes. All right, so divine abundance, you get that point. Wonderful, wonderful. So we are going to tally up the points for tonight. And again, those of you who do celebrate Chinese New Year, or if you want to participate, it does start February 17th, according to this year's calendar. Yeah. So look out for that, because I know we're going to see so many posts about that. And so all the things you learned about China today, you'll be able to bring into the Chinese New Year holiday. Okay. So let's go over the points, and then we will crown our trivia champion, as well as give one final first class meal. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay. So divine abundance. You are leaving today with a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Tatted Timmy, I know that you left the room. Good job. Thank you for playing. Hopefully we see you on Sunday, but you have 1 point. Rob Cruz 2025. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. Okay. Jay Parker, you did not make it on the scoreboard tonight, but thank you for your participation. And the one Mamba, thank you for your participation, as well as Hamza, everyone else who came in to also participate as well. Okay, so that means that our winner tonight, it is Rob Cruz 2025. If you're still here, go ahead and take a victory lap, Rob, because you have been crowned tonight's trivia champion. But do not worry. If you did not win tonight and you're planning to win, you have another chance to win on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we go live on both YouTube and on TikTok. Okay, so congratulations to Rob Cruz. Everyone, if you're not already, go ahead and give Rob Cruz, let me say your full username so that people on YouTube also know who to follow. You're going to go rob.cruz, CRUZ 2025 on TikTok. If you're already on TikTok, go ahead and give them a follow because they are tonight's trivia champion. Now, Rob, before we go, you have a chance to get another first class meal, or you can pass it on to someone else, or you can give it to your stewardess, because I have not had a lunch break in 2 hours. It is completely up to you. Okay, so you have Peking duck, vegetable spring rolls, chicken dumplings, or pork and rice. What will your first class meal be? What will your first class meal be? Let me know, Rob. Go ahead and let me know. And as we make a slow descent down, please, bing, boom, fasten your seatbelt. Okay, Rob, I'll definitely do that. But please fasten your seatbelt because I do have one more fact to read to you. And we may be experiencing some turbulence. Do not worry. Trust me. On global air, you do not have to worry about anything major happening. You may spill a drink or two, but do not worry because, excuse me, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl is more than happy to be giving you a replacement drink if you spill anything, okay? So if you're in first class, please remove your blankets, put them on your lap, and make sure that your seatbelt is visible to all flight crew, okay? But we are making our slow descent, and as we're making our descent, I will be giving you one final fact of the evening, and this is for you two as well, okay? So, did you know that pandas, hello, Estime, I like that name, but how are you? Welcome. Make sure you have your seatbelt on, okay? Thank you so much. But make sure you have your seatbelt on because we are making a slow descent because we are making our way to land at Beijing Airport, okay? So our final fact is that all pandas, all giant pandas in the world are owned by China. So if you see a panda in the USA or if you see a panda in any other part that is not China, that means they are being rented by the United States. And it is the property of China only. So that means that any baby pandas who are born in a foreign land have to be returned to China until they are approved to be rented out by either Japan, US, or anybody who has pandas in their zoo. Okay, so do not think that you can keep a pet panda and the Chinese government will not know about it. Okay, so we are making our descent down to China. So please make sure that you have all of your things folded up, that your meals are properly placed in the garbage. If you're finished with them or do not want them, please make sure that the seat heaters are turned off completely. And do we have the go ahead? We have the go ahead? Okay, great. So at this point, I will be turning off the seatbelt sign. Boom, boom. So go ahead and please remove your seatbelts. And at this moment, you can definitely get up and get your luggage from the overhead bins here. Okay, please make sure that you close the overhead bins once you get all of your stuff. And of course, I want to thank everyone for playing at tonight's game, the Global Game Show. And of course, as your stewardess, Amy, I want to wish you a happy, happy trip in the country of China. And of course, I want to thank you for choosing Global Air. Have a good night and stay safe. And again, congratulations to our winner tonight, who is Rob.Cruz 2025. Thank you so much, and I will see you when we take off for Colombia on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night. Bye-bye. That's nice.
We shall endeavor. Here is for our first class winner. We have escargot. Oh, this is a little hot, so let me cool it down for you, okay? I'll go make another one.
Still on YouTube as well, and I want to thank you all, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye.